this Monday night, after 2 weeks off, Tiny Secret Whispers was back. I guess they didn't want to air on either side of Holy Week. I guess the creators of the show are very Catholic, which kind of makes sense. You think about it, Tiny Secret Whispers is kind of like the standard operating procedure of the Catholic Church. You know, like, not that. I mean, like, what are you giving up for Lent? I don't want to tell you. But they also, it's great because when you miss 2 weeks, not miss, but you know, you take 2 weeks off with a show like this that have so many plot twists, it's hard to keep up. So they do like a previously on, but because it's thematic, they say previously on Tiny Secret Whispers, and you don't hear it. And so then they just start showing scenes from old episodes, and you think, I've already seen this one, and because you didn't, they whisper it. Anyways, to catch you up, the last episode before this 2 week break, Lise connected with her old friend Annabelle, who said she would look into her husband, who she suspects is maybe the actual murderer. And so she's tracking Packer. Lise has gone out to the beach house, and in this last episode, she's sitting on the porch, and she's just sort of wrapped in scarves, like a lot of scarves, maybe one too many scarves. And she has like the biggest tea, just a really like too big a tea, and she's very thoughtful and sipping it. And it took me a little bit out of it because when she, if you don't know, we're in show business, but a Foley artist does like sort of the special effect. And when she drinks the tea, it's like, and it's just, it's not, you can tell the actress and they've added it in post and it's a little too much. Anyway, she's drinking a giant tea and, you know, one of her identical twins is in prison and the other one's not. And he walks out, Choate walks out. The other one who's in jail, Philip Sexeter. And Choate comes out and she says, are the kids at school giving you a hard time because, you know, your brother's in jail? And he says, they don't know. And she said, what do you mean they don't know? He goes, because we're identical twins, I've been acting like, I've been living his life too, so nobody knows he's not there. And she's just holding her big tea and she says, you're a really good brother. And I'm like, you don't have any questions about how that works? The logistics of that? Anyway, then I don't want to give away too much, but Annabelle calls her from Chicago and says, I've tracked Packer to a hotel in Chicago. And he's sitting, I can see him right now, and you see, as an audience, you see Packer sitting at a romantic restaurant with an empty chair across from him. And Annabelle says, I think he might be having an affair. And Lisa's like, oh my God, this is devastating. And then she goes, but I'm gonna find out. And Annabelle hangs up, and then she walks into the restaurant and sits down across from him. And you know what Packer says to her? What took you so long, darling? I just want to give everybody a second.